to walk through it, and maybe take time to think, take time to refresh, and get back in 5 minutes back to the city.
So there's kayaking and canoeing. Is it done in this very same
in these ponds,
space that we're seeing?
Yes, we do the canoeing on the ponds. We do fishing if you want to fish on the ponds.
So my brother can be canoeing on one end.
Exactly.
I can be fishing on the other end.
That's right.
And,
yes.
And I can be having others eating the fish that
on the other end. And then we also have a swimming pool as well. So those who would like to swim as well can swim as they have a view on this.
Okay. All right. So how can people get in touch with Forever Eco Resort?
Well, there is a website, Forever Eco Resort, ug.com, but there's also a phone number, 0754 8099.
Oh, 8099.
Yeah, very simple, yes.
Okay, now there's some members here that are really dying to test the fish, because for them, fish is only coming from the lakes. So to come out of a pond, it's foreign to them. They want to have a feeling, an experience of that. Now let's talk about accommodation. These cottages are very wonderful. I will say you have done a good job. Why did you decide to go all wood?
It's to maintain the theme of an experience that is thematic with the trees and the wood. So that's why it's all wood, and so that you can have you're in a room which is in nature, wood, grass, and well as of course there are such materials, beds, and which may not necessarily be natural, but the whole concept is to get someone a feel of nature, and as well as high quality within the rooms, and then when you go out immediately, you actually experience.
What are the types of rooms that you have?
We have the cottages on water, which are the most popular, about $100. We have those in the jungle, which is about $100, and then we have those on grassland, which are about $60. Grassland, open air.
Okay, all right. So at the end of the day, what experience are you trying to create for Munakampala, for Ugandan, for a person who loves to adventure? What is that experience that Forever Eco Resort is trying to create?
The experience is that they feel good, and you could say there are many feelings associated with forever. Feel happiness, forever, and the feeling happy. We are forever happy, forever, depending on love, content. So this is a place refreshing. So when we provide this kind of setting near the city, within a short time you can spend your day here and yet get back home, and you can feel these things boost your immunity, improve your happiness, improve your connectedness to yourself, reflections, things like that.
One last question. There's a new trend in town. It's called Futsal. Basically football, but for smaller groups, and they have adapted to playing it in so many spaces. If there's a group of young boys out there that just want to come here, play football, and enjoy facilities, do you have provision for that?
Yes, we do. In the garden, we have a large compound where they can actually do that futsal. They can do volley. Some have wanted to do volley. Some have done badminton, used it for badminton. It's also used for what you may say groups that want to, you could say, blankets, where they lay mats or blankets on the ground.
Picnicking.
Yeah, picnicking and sit on the ground to eat and barbecue.
Yeah.
We also do the bonfires. Those want to, watch the sky and with a fire next to them. So it's a whole experience where you can see water, earth, fire, sky, as well as forest.
Oh, the force. Okay,
yes.
all right. The four forces of nature, which is land, you have water, you have air, and you also have the sky. Now, this is all you can get from resort. It's an eco resort, and it's called Forever, just in Kajansi. And you can go to their website, which is foreverecoresortug.com, and find out more details, make your booking, reservations, and come and spend a weekend here and do anything, literally. Imagine canoeing, kayaking, fishing, and doing your sports, bird watching, etc. Which team do you support local football?
Having Villa.
Villa. Chibirango, how is Villa performing? Now that one, my friend, let me tell you, I'll give you a tissue after here because your team is not doing so well. Neither is it doing well in the Premier League. But we're going to be having that conversation, and the focal point, of course, is going to be about FUFA and the rest to the next president of the Federation. It's still Good Morning Uganda. Coming up is a sports update. Gentlemen, may we come back to the matters on the ground. Italy did not appear in Champions League final, so let's throw that one out. In the Champions League final, it's an all-English final this time round after a spell of 10 years. Now the pressure was because there was a Real Madrid in there. But
the beauty is this: when you look at the teams, there's a presence of English teams with the presence of other coaches. That's the dynamics. When you look at the clubs,
you see,
for example,
the club and the coach or the manager, who's bigger? It's the club
is bigger.
Exactly.
It's bigger, definitely.
So you cannot mitigate
but of course, you share the point. In 10 years or so years, we've had 3 Champions League finals that are only have English teams. I mean, 2008 we had Man U against Chelsea. That game that ended in penalties.
Yes.
And then recently, 3 years ago, we had Pochettino playing the final against Jurgen Klopp. I think 3 years ago, if my memory is right.
Yes.
Now, again, we are having City against Chelsea. The question is English football the best in Europe? Is it the best league in Europe? I have my own reservation.
There should be reservation.
We understand why you've listened.
But for me, the final is here. It will be tomorrow, 10 p.m. That's when City will take on Chelsea. The 2 coaches here, there's Titi, that is Thomas Tuchel, and Pep Guardiola. Guardiola has won it twice at Barcelona, and we know that he has been there. He's really done it. And
even as a player.
Yes. At Chelsea, there are individual players like N'Golo Kante, Jorginho, players like Rudiger, the German defender.
In fact, N'Golo Kante is another player.
That would be who scores the first and who's more organized. I mean, if you concede early in the final, you're bound to lose the game. You'll be playing under pressure.
But Tuchel has been here last season. He was still at the same place with PSG, and he lost. So I am assuming he's more prepared this time round.
Yeah, of course he is. But what we should look at is how he's going to employ the midfielders. I mean, you have Jorginho, the Italian, you have N'Golo Kante. Those 2 must be the anchormen to stop Bernardo Silva and Kagunda one. If they allow City to pass the ball at their own will, they will concede goals because the back four is lacking.
Let's first backtrack to the Leicester-Chelsea game where Leicester had to walk away with a cup.
Yep.
What are those things that failed Chelsea that could potentially also creep into the Champions League final?
No, that was a bad day in office for Chelsea, I should tell you, because they did whatever they could. I mean, Timo Werner, they might blame him, take your chances away. Ruben. So for me, Leicester we were just lucky on the day.
I know you don't mean it when you say bad day. From the person who taught me everything I learned, they told me never let your tongue slip. So in terms of soccer, never accept a bad day. You come out for a final, you need the cup, you put on that game.
Okay, but sport, let's leave the Champions League. Let's cross over to Zidane. Has actually left Madrid.
But let's make our predictions because on Monday we need to put ourselves on gunpoint.
No, for me, I'll go for Thomas Tuchel. It's going to be a tough game for him, but it's going to be a low-scoring game. I believe Thomas Tuchel might surprise City, being the fact that he has been in the final. He knows what's supposed to be done, and you can't lose 2 finals in a space of 3 months. It can't happen. He lost the FA Cup final. He knows he won't win the league.
To win, they are still in winning
not even
mode.
Bigger. And it is a must.
They are still in the mood to win. They have players who have not had a chance to touch this trophy. They are so hungry, and I can tell you, my prediction that Man City will take this.
Yes. So
okay, for me, I'll tell you the fact that in 2012 we all knew that at Allianz Arena against Di Matteo, Bayern Munich were actually the favourites. The surprise was they score in the 87th minute. Drogba comes and equalizes in the added minutes. Penalties, they miss out. So Thomas Tuchel might be riding on the lack of Di Matteo. That's why I'm basing my argument. So I believe Chelsea can.
Tomorrow will surely define the lines, and then on Monday we shall see who.
Don't be surprised if Ruben doesn't show up for work.
I'd love to come back here one day and enjoy
to fish.
Not fishing.
As we come back,
on the other bed. I said good baby.
I know this one has been enjoying that.
I would have enjoyed the bed.
It is a 7x6. So for tall men like however, if you put short men like
finally, for you've referred to tall men. There's men that are trying to grow tall in the FIFA race for presidency.
Okay.
you know, competition.
That's a bit sad. However, it has its highs and lows. We do not have a practice in Africa generally, by the way, in terms of soccer for succession. We never prepare people to grow, and that's been a challenge that has impeded all games in Africa. We have not lived past individuals in games. Now you see the Fufa saga, you know, it's sad in my opinion. But as long as
the Mujibus and Sewanyanas and the Daro people,
they count, they are noisemakers.
Okay, Sewanyana can be excused, but Mujibu has to say, but we are locked out, we can't have guarantors and what. He had to get his people to sign for him. Yes. Yeah. So Femagogo is smart and he deserves it. He really deserves it. Right. Only that I wouldn't want to see him at the helm of FUFA in the next 5 or 3 years.
I think we can get some new
Let him focus on politics. And
this conversation is not going to end until the end of August. But before August, we do have July that is coming up with Olympics, where we'll be having Ugandan teams that are going to be representing Uganda. But of course, Friday, Good Morning Uganda always hands over to the Pan-Africanists on Good Morning Uganda Extra. They're ever smart. When are we getting our uniform?
Mututa is okay, but I'm love to ask a call. Because that goes on in my fashion. For him, it's just that you put on this, we go. He doesn't know what is getting on. He doesn't know.
Okay, let's go and
the viewer discretion is advised.
We're going to go and find our fish. We're going to go up our fish, you know, I was going to say fish pond. Anyway, let's go fish farming. We are out. Thank you so much, Forever Eco Resort, for having us for Good Morning Uganda this morning. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. When we next meet, it's going to be a new month. Good morning.
Voila. Bye-bye for now.